but then the worst trauma was when we had to go stay in America for almost a year, if not 9-10 months.
With the same show?
We are doing the same show. And then, but we're touring show.
It was a tour.
Yeah, it was a tour. We started in Michigan, Flint, and went on and on and on. It started in Dallas, Michigan, Flint, Colorado, whatever. But from there, when I came back this side, that's when I came across isiBaya.
Oh, yes.
And then I think maybe for me, what I've picked up here, it's more education. It's education. More often than not, we don't have this type of education because people have been lied to.
Even some other TV series, you'll find that from one show ends and then they have a spin-off.
Yes.
From just this interesting character, and then they have their own show altogether.
Yeah.
So that's why you know a show is strong when you have like different
Definitely.
things. Yeah.
And they tell me on Yizo, you were baiting a guy there.
Yeah,
you were baiting. Do you know
but I was
baiting? What is
also
baiting?
I was also palazing myself. Well, he portrayed the character very well. And then later that one, we can give credit where it's due, guys.
Being the bad guy. Like
And to think of it, that the guy actually, no, this is not just the guy. He's the brother. He's the father.
Shout out.
He is, very much. He is. If you look at the production, the time bomb, there is still quite a number of things that the producers are planning for the public. There is quite a number of things. He's been heading theaters like Johannesburg Theater, Civic Theater in Braamfontein there. He used to be the, I think, artistic director. I remember one day I went to him taking my CV, wanting to work for. And then he looked at my CV and then he picked so many mistakes and said this. And then he said, how do you think I'm going to employ you if you...
like that. You can't even type a proper CV.
If you can't even make a proper CV, go fix this.
Basement.
Yeah. And
Prop. I'm like, hey, I'm scared of this guy. Another Zulu. And then after he's
who's that?
the one on the train who was shooting.
Oh, Mufukeng. Jerry Mufukeng.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's also one of the guys who made me to be scared of the Zulus.
Well, he portrayed the character. In Lilongwe, we were sleeping in a house that used to be used by F.W. de Klerk. We slept in his bed, but he was no longer. Which worked very well for me because I had it in me, Oguti. Please God help me when I start acting. I shouldn't go start in America and all the other places. I want to start in Africa first. And my first trip with the plane was from here to Lilongwe, which is Malawi, which is 5 hours, 20 minutes flight.
This was doing theater work?
Yeah, doing Inganekwan Salungana.
Why are you sacrificing motivation? I want to kill this one.
My erectile is not dysfunctional.
Let's use our president, for example.
Are you over 10,000 kilometers away from South Africa?
Conspiracy theorists.
I can open the door for you to join the Illuminati.
We're killing everyone.
Nippycast.
Okay, take one.
That's the slate.
That's the one.
What do you call it? What's the name of that thing?
It's a slate.
Why do we need that thing in the movies? Why?
It's sort of like a cue. It's sort of like a
What's
cue.
the purpose? Because some people don't know. Because you do movie analysis on at the podcast.
But I also don't know what it's for. Right?
What's written on the thing? Before we start.
It's okay. It's the episode.
Yeah.
It's the scene, and it also the take. You know, by the take, I mean it can go like 5 times. You do it and have to redo it again. There's a mistake. Maybe there's a boom. Maybe there's a reflection of maybe there's a shade of a
aeroplane goes past.
Yes, an aeroplane goes past. The artist forgets lines, and then you have to redo it again.
But who uses the information there?
It's used at the dark room. Yeah.
You call it the dark room?
Yeah, we call it the dark room. So where they edit, and so they know what this take was the one, And then the scene starts here and ends there, so you have to separate scenes as well.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. It does make a world of sense.
Welcome to Nippycast, the special edition. We are here at the screening of The Bad Bishop. My name is DJ Nipro. I'm with Homicide as usual. And we are
Nippycast
with the legendary Bongani Gumede.
Of course.
Yeah.
But you never told them episode number. What's episode number?
This is a special edition.
Special edition.
Yeah, it's a special
okay. So it's
edition.
an
Yeah.
off-air one.
I don't know. You want to discuss with the management
Now
of the
we'll
station?
discuss it later.
Now go on air. Yeah, we can do it. I don't know. We'll find out from the team.
Okay, no problem.
Otherwise, we're introducing each other, so
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there anything I need to add? Accolades? Is it accolades?
Accolades.
Accolades.
Sort of like a resume.
Resume, yeah. But so, is there anything I should share? About winning? Should I go on there? Because I'm just going to say the legendary.
Yeah.
Can I say that?
Of course.
Yeah, it's,
Legendary.
Because this thing sucks because most people don't give flowers to people when they're still here.
Yeah.
And then when you go, they buy you an expensive coffee.
yes.
Also, we should give him the flowers right now.
That's the bottom line of this interview,
All right,
in
all
synchrony with the Bad Bishop, because
Yes.
I was invited here and I was like, no man, there's no way he's going to live without us doing this.
Of course.
Yes. So in introduction, I don't know, man. I don't know.
No, this is a big one.
Maybe let's just start from the beginning. Date of birth.
Well, I know you can ask a woman that, but since there is a man, I'm sure probably comfortable disclosing that information.
Would you mind?
Yeah, well, I'm old enough now.
What year was it?
I've got nothing to lose.
Let's answer.
Apartheid, is this?
Yeah, H2. Yeah, when you're talking of the apartheid, you reminded me of how I actually got into this industry.
Wow.
When growing up, I wanted to be a male nurse.
Wow.
That's what I wanted to do.
Sister.
No, come on, I'm
Bettina,
straight.
not Bettina.
I don't know. I think they are called SARS or something. Yeah.
No, apparently they're still using the same term.
Is it?
Apparently, yeah, there is one.
There's
So
a guy who was training not so long ago. He was sister something, but he's a guy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
it was on a previous episode. We'll put a clip of it also.
No, I wouldn't have allowed them to call me a sister. No, but with me, it's a bit different. I wanted to be the male nurse, and then it was those apartheid times. I remember it was 1989 when I got here, 88 actually, when I arrived here in Johannesburg, coming from home, Durban. Fortunately, my mom has got a home here in Johannesburg, which is Sharpeville. So coming here to Joburg, then coming to submit my results, my school results, and something happened that I would never forget. I'm standing next to this Indian girl. We both submitting our CVs, and they take both of them to go inside, and then this guy, like after 15-20 minutes, he comes back. He says to me, "Oh, you had 49%, so you didn't pass. So it's a regret." Then I take my certificate. Just as I'm turning, she's turning to the Indian girl and she says, you got 33% and you passed.
Wow.
Hey, how?
So I'm like, what the F is there? You know?
No, I think on this podcast we can say the word.
No, I'm not that kind of a person. But the thing is, what I started measuring was maybe it's because the Indian education is better than ours.
Maybe the subjects?
Yes. Maybe, no. Subjects, I had English, I had maths, I had biology, so which are most needed in the nursing as the industry.
And a better mark than this lady.
Should we say that was probably nepotism?
No. I don't want to call it that. It could be, but
I don't think it can be racism. Can you call it racism?
No. I looked at it in this way. Their education is different from our education.
Oh, so this lady was coming from India.
So it was coming from Indian community.
Okay.
So
not India, but Indian community.
Oh, okay. So
Indian community, yes. So then maybe their system is is marked differently than from ours. So then,
At that time, I can tell you now, that was Bantu education.
yeah, well, I did standards. I didn't do grades. So, that's-
Wait. I did standards as well. So, but we had from 1, from 2.
Form 3, Form 4, Form 5.
So you did those ones?
Yes, I did those ones.
So you were at Form 5?
Then
When
I
you
was at
went
Form 4 actually
Form
then,
4,
yeah.
which is standard 9, which is grade 11.
Grade
today.
11 now,
Yes.
yeah.
So we just did 3 generations then, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So
And then
then-
how did you feel about the whole thing?
It really devastated me, I don't know a lie, because that's when I just took a decision and say, no more nursing, let me go. Fortunately, I knew I had either nursing or acting. I just said, let me go to acting. And fortunately, I was here in Johannesburg next to, this thing happened at Charlotte Maxeke, and then I just walked all the way to the Market Theatre down in Newtown. And then when I got there, my
You felt
day
at
was
home?
made. Yes.
You felt at home, no?
Yes, my day was made. I was auditioned. I was auditioned by John Litwaba. He was doing a show called
By
Street
who? Say
Sisters.
that again?
John Litwaba.
John Litwaba, yeah.
John Litwaba. He was doing a show. In that show, the guy was playing a lead, or the guys that were playing there were Hamilton Dlamini, Untosh. There were Umenzi Ngubane, and lots of other guys later on. And then I joined. Then I was taken. But in few weeks I had to leave because we were not getting paid, and I was traveling all the way from Sharpeville to Johannesburg, and I was using Umveli. You know Umveli? Where you just...
Shosholoza?
Yeah, no, when you just get into the train with no ticket and then get to the...
Ugova.
Yeah.
Or like a train.
No, yes, in the train. You
It's
walk
Shosholoza,
in,
right?
you wait for the train to come in, and then when it's about to move, when it just go...
Nagova.
And then you come running, and then you pass the ticket exam now, and you jump into the train.
Man, you've never used this guy. You're such a cheese boy. You don't know a train? What the hell?
No, I used to pay for trains.
Is it? So we used
Yeah,
not.
but back then,
Back then,
Yeah, we would
They had to
not.
ask.
And guess what? We'd sit in second class. Sit nicely there. And
Was it segregated though?
yes, it was still
Yeah, it was-
segregated.
it was
It was a place for whites only.
Already he's segregated from the fact that he's supposed to be employed there by the percentages.
But something came out of that. When I got to the market, I went to the reception and asked, Kuti, is there any place where can one do acting and stuff? And then the lady who was there was very nice to me. She told me, look, there's a school being opened for acting. So why don't you go join there? It's only 2-3 years and you'll be having your diploma. And then I was like, I think I was around 18, 19. So I said to myself, no, why not? I mean, I'm still young, I can still study.
But how do you explain this to the guys at home?
Or at
Because
home.
I'm sure they think you're crazy.
Yeah. My granny, when I told her, Guti, I keep on going to Joburg, and then my grandmother asked me, Guti, because she would ask me on a Friday, Guti, what did you get? I mean, where's the salary? Where's the wages? I would say, no, I'm not yet in a position where I would be paid, where I'm working, because we're still rehearsing. And said, and then I started explaining, Gogo, Kumakulu, siyadlala laphana estage.
And even though the film go banga.
Yes, we are trying later, and yeah. And then
That's
she
all
would
I wanna
ask me,
see, by the way.
and then but one day she got pissed off and say, "Hey, Popo, ungazongihlanyela lapha. Amanye amadoda ayasebenza wena uyadlala." Ayisebenzi lonto. Utomoso, my uncle. Utomoso is going to take you to emsebenzini next week. And then he took me to the factory where I
I was
worked.
about to say the mind.
No, it wasn't the mine, but it's something closer.
Something.
Yeah, it's called.
Mines and factories.
Yeah, that one was called brick
industrial.
and tile. Brick and tile. That was brick and tile. So we're making these bricks, these nice bricks, and very big and expensive bricks for the ones for these big towers.
So, for those who don't know, back in the day, if you are a black guy and an Spanish physical work, you're not a man.
Yeah.
Also, it was not a lot of opportunities.
No, remember, at that time, the system was designed in a way that we should always be doing hard work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hard work.
Yeah.
So that's why
you couldn't get like an
acting was
office
soft life.
Yeah. In fact, they're calling it my granny. Uyadlala. Amadoda esebenza.
Yeah.
So
You know, it's similar to if I was to rewind time now, round about now, and say maybe let's say wake up people who died in 1900, maybe people who died in the Titanic, and we tell them that I'm a DJ for a living. They will laugh at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get what I'm
Back
saying.
then, also women never used to work. Yeah, so
The
the
type
laws were
of
different.
workloads were different, so they wanted probably to see you at that factory, and then but you were resilient.
yeah,
You were resilient
I
to-
was. I remember they used to say to me, "Hey," they called me. They gave me a name. They called me Kaja.
What does
Because
that
I
mean?
was Kaja is the branch of the tree, but they were naming me after the Dr. Buthelezi, the late.
Oh, Mango suit.
Mango suit, yes. Umntwana kaphinda ngena. So they would sometimes find me because I would find myself dancing the routines that we were doing when I was with Parajon Litwaba, the late, may his soul rest in peace. So I would find myself doing the dances at work. Yeah. Angithi, there is a time, this is, the soil will come from a machine, come here, and then when it's finished, you have to wait for them to mix it there and bring it all the way down there. So whilst we're waiting, me now I'd be singing my song. Wake up for China, so isikhathi sifikile. Basu.
Isn't that gumboots?
We were dancing, and it was very fast dance.
So you could synchronize the factory work with art.
Yes, that time I'm wearing my overall, my makalapa, and my boots.
And you were very young around this time.
Yeah, very. Yeah,
I think well, in 89, 1990,
89, 88, 89. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So should we go to? Let's travel maybe. Let's go. Should we go to your I'm gonna call it something called it. I've got a theory, ne? Defining moment, where you realize, man, let me leave everything else and let me do this for a living. I'm sure there's a day, and I think usually it happens when you're sleeping.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen when you're just walking around. Like when you're introspecting to say, no, I want to do this and I want to kick ass on this. When was that? It sounds like it's nearer to that year.
Yeah, it was around those times. If I remember very well, what happened was it was during the fights. You remember the 89 fights, the Buipatong killings, all the killings by the trains. It was said some would call it ANC Inkatha fight, or some would say Zulu and Xhosa fight. It was those fights, but those times. So,
Should I say something about that?
yeah.
I used to be scared of Zulu people.
Oh,
Because of the media.
Because of
What they were
because
portraying,
yes.
I was
how
scared.
Those killings were happening.
At primary school there was a guy called Tulani. I never went next to that guy
And you were just a kid.
because they said Inkatha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was scared at that time.
Yeah, I remember at this firm where I was working, we would be doing night shift and come back the next morning. These guys would come to me, the Xhosa speaking guys, and Amapaka would say, "Hey Gumede, hey Kaja,
Yeah.
uyamkhumbula uchawuka lobesina izolo?" Na yes. Sobuphinda umbone.
Yeah.
Meaning gone.
Like you
Yeah,
never
he's
see him
gone.
again.
So yeah, I mean, I'm asking, "Oh, shame, what happened?" But Amazulu akokweni.
Ogembi.
Amazulu akokweni, meaning your people,
They killed
the Zulus like you, killed him.
You see, yeah, it was that bad, man.
So-
in fact, yes, sir.
Yeah, but so then that pushed to an extent that I had to run away from work. I remember this other day, I'm arriving at work in the morning, and then comes this other guy. We were friends with these guys, Xhosas, Sutus. This one comes to me and says, you know what, Kaja, ngibone bebhala ilist izolo ebusuku yabantu abazoshawa afanele badutshulwe. So elakhe igama nalo ngilibonile, yes. No, people that have to be shot.
By Inkatha or my hitman.
Not Inkabi, it's people that are presumed Zulus that have got to be killed by that group.
So your name was on this list.
Yeah, so
Whose name? Your name was that?
Yeah, my name was there. So he said to me, "Giboni kamala kula papezu." I was like, eh?
So you just had to.
No. So no, but now the thing is, it's so many of them. I can't just stand up and run. But now I had to make a plan. And then what I did the following morning, when I arrived, I did not even go to my machine where I'm working. I went straight to the manager's office and said, "Hey, look, you know what? I just got a job in Johannesburg, and I've just signed the contract." I was making it up. Yeah, I signed the contract, so now I need to go. Can you please write me a resignation?
You should have just told them that you need a bulletproof vest.
No way.
Picking up from this, it seems like tribalism was rampant. Like,
It
it
was.
was bad. Like, I mean, imagine we are one people, we are black, we're African. But it sounds like we were scared of each other.
No, it was something in what? Infiltrated in our minds and us as people.
Apartheid times.
I would arguably call it a third force. Remember?
Yes, there was a third force.
There was a third force. Remember, divide. What was the term? Somebody can help me with the term. Divide, we conquer what?
Divide and rule.
Divide and rule.
Yeah.
Because at that time, I think we were negotiating with Mandela to come out to lead.
Yes.
So the guys didn't want that to happen. So they will want us to fight amongst each other and kill each other. They financed wars.
Yeah, which they succeeded.
Well, and they're still doing it in Africa.
I can just imagine if African people at that time, like all the tribes in South Africa, if we had been like as one, like since the 80s or 70s, it would have been far.
In fact, if we were one for 2,000 years, we could have been very, very far. We could have been like way ahead of us our time, right? But now.
Yeah, but they succeeded. I mean, lots of people died though.
And then did you manage to leave?
Yes,
on
yes.
the hit list?
After telling my manager that, I told him, even now I'm no longer going to the machine, so I'm going home. So I just, because I had changed, I'm already on my overall and my club and my boots, so I just walked to our change rooms and then packed my other things that were important and leave the rest, and just walked straight. He had given me a letter to submit to the office, to the bigger offices. So then I took it there, and then they said to me, okay, they checked it and then filled in other forms. Then they say, okay, come back and get your money tomorrow. And then I walked out wearing my uniform as I was. As if I'm still at work. Yeah, I'm funuk champisa. So I went out and after like a distance, then I started running. And then I went, Then I took a taxi. Now listen to me, when I get home, there is my granny. I say to my granny, yo, Makulu, they fired me. What? And that time, my uncle was a president of a union at work, the one who had put me in there. Yes. So they had the union. I think it was Bimau, if I'm not mistaken. So then he said, no ways. Utenu Thomas, what did your uncle say?
And obviously you're making this story up so that
I couldn't find him. I had answers. No, angimtholanga. So and another thing, Makulu kusasa, I'm getting KZN. And then waited that day. The following morning, I go to work, collect my money, and they also gave me my blue card for the UIF. By UIF.
Blue card would mean in today's language.
UIF benefits.
It's the same thing, no?
The UIF, yeah.
Unemployment insurance fund.
Yes, unemployment insurance fund. So they gave me that, and then I went straight to...
So you still have money from the UIF?
Yes,
so
I had money
for that?
Yes, and yes, I got my cash.
You're okay.
Yeah. So then, typical of me, I just went to the shops, bought a pack of sugar, pack of flour, pack of mealies, put it in a taxi, go to my home, give Makulu, here is food. But then now I'm going to KZN. I need to go see my mom. My mom was still that side. So I took a taxi.
This is you avoiding being on the hit list.
Yes, so you have to run away with your life. If you don't, they'll take it for you.
You stayed for how long avoiding the...
I stayed for like 6 months or so. I stayed almost the whole of that year, and then up until I came back.
What year are we on now?
We are around 89. That was 89, the end of the year.
Okay.
Then I stayed for a few months because I came the following year, which is 90.
You should remember this when Mandela was released,
90. Yes, 90 years, yes. I came back before February. I remember when we were watching him coming out, it was February 10, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, February 10. So,
For those who don't know, you can reference back to the podcast I shot at Robben Island 2 years ago. Just check the dates.
So this is like 1990 now.
yeah, 1990. So then I came straight to Johannesburg. That's when I found the School of Art. At there was a place called, it's still there, it's called the Market Theatre Laboratory.
Okay.
Then I started studying.
In fact, should I tell you the history of the Market Theatre? Are you ready?
Yeah, that it was the
built
market.
on a railway. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Am I right?
Yeah, and it used to be a market.
Yeah,
A
it used to be like a
marketplace.
market,
Yeah.
In fact, that's probably the hub of economy in Johannesburg in the beginning. In fact, the park station, the original one, is right behind it, right?
Yeah.
The original park station where there's the Mandela Bridge. Yes, before they moved it. Actually, the Market Theatre, when you walk in, it's where walking on the
Going
railway.
to the junction, to the Newtown Junction, the mall. You pass
There's a railway.
the railways there.
Mary Fitzgerald Square and then
Yeah.
every single thing there. In fact, maybe let's also dive into that because maybe the time might not allow us. Theatre and
Movies.
this.
Yeah.
So I want to know. This question is actually gonna be a cliche of this because a lot of people will ask theatre or
Hollywood.
Yeah, I
No.
also want to know this one. Yeah.
No, for me it's theatre that does it because theatre is very much educational. Theatre, the only problem with theatre, it doesn't pay much here at home. But in other countries like Germany and America, it's big and it pays good, so people can make a living out of it. Whereas here, it's difficult to make a living from theatre.
Your first theatre job, where?
It was storytelling with a lady called Ndlovu Mhlophe. She's now called Dr. Ndlovu Mhlophe.
Okay.
She came to our school where we were doing acting, and then she came with a project called storytelling.
Okay.
They told me.
Okay.
Then we started.
Like Sarungana.
Yes, Sarungana. We even had we actually had a story, no, a project called Sarungana.
Oh wow.
At those times. So,
I
but
think they call it folk what?
folk tales.
Folklore.
Folk tales.
Folk tale.
Something of folk.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we then. And it was good because she came and joined us just right towards the end of our course. And then she also picked me up as one of we formed the group that was going to go perform, which worked very well for me because I had it in me, Oguti. Please God help me, when I start acting, I shouldn't go start in America and all the other places. I want to start in Africa first. And my first trip with the plane was from here to Lilongwe, which is Malawi, which is 5 hours, 20 minutes flight.
This was doing theatre work.
Yeah, doing easy. Yeah, in Ganewan, Sarungana.
Okay.
Yeah. So
this 1990.
93, if not 92.
So now, but now your trajectory
I'm taking off.
It's going up.
Yeah, I'm taking off, but that was the first big project. Remember when we got there in Lilongwe, we were sleeping in a house that used to be used by F.W. de Klerk. We slept in his bed, but he was no longer.
They stripped the powers this side.
Yeah. So the whole tour was hosted
Explain
by.
to those who don't know F.W. de Klerk is.
Oh, F.W. de Klerk is the guy who. Former president who just dropped things off after for Mandela.
Yeah.
So.
And then he was sleeping on his bed.
Yeah, we were sleeping on his bed. Wow, what a pleasure, too. And again, we had in Malawi most cooks are men. We had this gentleman, a very old man, but he would cook for us, call us, breakfast is ready. What, and then we stand there proper. Those English things, kind of people behaving.
Like a butler.
Yes, he was such a man.
You wanted to say something?
With theatre and movies, as an actor yourself, which one takes the most work? Like, which one is the hardest to prepare and to have the final product? Is it a movie or theatre?
I don't want to say there is one that is easy, because even if there is something that you have to do as an actor to prepare. Before the show goes on stage, before you are invited to come and watch the show, we have like 6 weeks or 8 weeks or 4 weeks of rehearsal, and which is getting to sharpen whatever you're gonna perform, and then you're preparing. Me.
Okay.
Yeah, can you just repeat what you see?
Okay.
Why are we repeating this? Why?
No, because I touched the mic.
Oh, is it talking sharp?
Straight up.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Now let's go. Can we go?
Action.
The sharpening of the scripting, you're saying you need to understand.
Yes, you need to, I mean, when preparing for theater, you need to rehearse, you need to know your lines, you need to work with the director in building that character, and then till he is convinced that it is exactly what he wants, and then how does it relate to other characters, have everything ready for the show and set up. So you take those 4, 6, 8 weeks rehearsing.
Because you had a question earlier on. What was the question on me? We're talking about
based
this.
on character.
Yeah, on character, on if he's acting with
On
the
theater
puppet,
or film.
Yeah. The question was.
irrespective of other theater.
Yeah,
or
the question
film.
was, you're a seasoned actor yourself. We are 100% sure you know what you're doing when you're there. And I'm sure the directors are like comfortable with you and all that. But let's say you are working with a younger actress or actor.
Or a
and
rookie.
they are not quite getting it. They are not on, their lines are not good. They can't remember their lines, they are bad. Maybe
let's
the
just say
body
they are
language.
bad. They are bad.
Yeah. How do you deal with such a thing? Like, how do you deal with it? Do you tell the director, or do you take it upon yourself to say, no, I was once in this position, let me help this kid out? How do you go
Yeah,
around something like that?
what I normally do would be to sit down with the person. For instance, on isiBaya, we had quite a number of guys that were still new in the industry, who were not yet used to be in front of the camera or to perform on stage. And then I would call them, we sit down, we discuss, as into, since nowadays that I'm teaching drama anyway, so I would sit down with them and then give them tips, and let's make those smaller exercises that would assist them at that particular time or for that particular scene that we're about to. But thereafter, I would also take my time, sit down with you at lunchtime, let's go through this up until you get it the right way.
And then some of them, is there somewhere where an actor is so bad, like this person is just a kid, you can see that this person is not ready for this role. And
No.
You've never had such an instance.
No, who am I to do that? Because I'm not the director of that movie.
Yes,
so the director must see that. That is director's job, and casting director.
Then you definitely know you're in a bad production when they search, you know you're in a bad production, because you can't have. I understand, or maybe we are not all talented the same way. Mara, you can't have one who doesn't know their job completely.
Yeah, you start questioning. But in things like movies, that happens a lot. You find this person who comes in and does not know his lines, does not know the character, does not know why he's here. And all here usually it's our sisters, younger sisters. They like to do that. She's already big-headed because she's just.
But when you say our sisters, they're gonna say
no, okay, yes, maybe okay, maybe I can take those words back. Then it's okay. But it's known because they already big-headed. They already don't touch me, don't tell me. Who are you to tell me?
Is it because of ego?
Yes.
So I think also social media. You know, there are these girls who've got a huge following on social media.
Yes, and they get to be given roles.
And then you find that the owner of the movie or the director is like, no, if we get this person is going to post about my movie, and then millions of her followers will what?
Will come to watch him.
But this person is not quite getting it.
At the Spani.
So I think that's what it means. It's not like saying, like, it means that
in a bad way.
Why just put in that position?
No. I was just putting it out there. So we are in 1993. Let's go to, a little bit whispered in my ear before. Every time when I do interviews like this, I do some research. So tell me now, 1994, we have got Mandela coming to be the president.
Yes.
There was a series or a mini docu or a series. I don't know what you call it nowadays. Is it series or docu? It's called The Line.
Yes.
I don't know what the line is.
You were supposed to be in The Line.
Yes.
What happened?
No. It was just an audition. And then we ended up being me and Vusi Gunene. And then Vusi Gunene got the role.
Vusi is Jack Mabas.
Yeah, so he got the role. There was no hard feeling about it. That's the thing. If me and you we go for an audition, we wish each other good luck.
Yes.
So if they take you, then it means the director has more.
Because at that time, I was young. I think I was, what year was it? It was 94, 95, no?
94, 95 years.
Yeah, I think I was 10 years. But I was scared, and I told you during the podcast when you were talking about entertainment news, when you said you won an award. What's his name again?
Who's that?
The one on the train who was shooting.
Oh, Mufukeng. Jerry Mufukeng.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's also one of the guys who made me to be scared of the Zulus.
Well, he portrayed the character very well. And that one, we can give credit to its true guys.
Bad guy. Like
And to think of it, that the guy actually, no, this is not just the guy. He's the brother. He's the father.
Shout out.
He is, very much. He is. He's a pastor, if I'm not mistaken.
wow.
One day when you was talking about it.
He's been heading theaters like Johannesburg Theater, Civic Theater in Braamfontein there. He used to be the, I think, artistic director. I remember one day I went to him taking my CV, wanting to work for. And then he looked at my CV and then he picked so many mistakes and said this. And then he said, how do you think I'm going to employ you if you...
Like that. You can't even type a proper CV.
If you can't even make a proper CV, go fix this.
You're like an idiot.
And then, I was like, I looked at him, but I was like, come on, he's rectifying me.
Yeah.
I mean, he's helping me out.
Which is what most people fail to learn, to say. It doesn't mean that if people say you're off-ramping here and there, they are criticizing, or they maybe just want to betterfy you.
Yes. Oh, right now he likes me. We meet.
But does he remember the CV situation?
No. I can't remember.
But it
wasn't a grudge. No, it wasn't a bad thing.
Yeah.
But the way it felt to me at the moment, it was like, this man.
For example, she also tell you my one.
Okay.
My first song, I took it to DJ Christos.
Okay.
He said, "This is horrible."
You see.
And I was heartbroken. I couldn't produce for not a year, a month or two. I was heartbroken. But later on, I was like, fuck. Let me go jump into this bandwagon again and then improve. Because I mean, half the time, you would think they're against you, but they are not. They're just
No. Yeah, they're building you. Actually.
building.
That's which is something that we don't have nowadays. You know, in our times when we were growing up. You were punished by any parent because he was being a parent to you.
Of course.
It takes the village to
raise the child.
Yeah.
So, and nowadays you can't do that. Yeah,
they're going to say, it's my child, this one, you can't tell me.
Yeah, and I'll sue you.
They've got rights themselves.
About the wow.
Yeah, and I'll sue you.
Yeah, the kid was here. You spoke of auditions. You auditioned back then.
Yeah.
Right now, do you audition?
No.
How do you get this? How does it happen for
Besides,
you?
I don't want to.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to.
I'm sure it sucks. Auditioning probably sucks, man.
Yeah.
It sucks, man. Honestly.
Sometimes you get that you're being auditioned by someone who's never been on stage himself.
Yeah, I mean,
who does not even know what is happening.
Yeah, I mean, from the amount of work you have, I'm sure they know right now.
Yeah,
so then I don't.
Strict credits on the money, but I'm saying for other people, they will have to do so many auditions to be where they are.
Yeah.
Like imagine. Let's just say, who's the biggest actor now in the world? Let's pick a name.
Your Brad Pitt, your Tom Cruise.
Do they still?
No, let's talk South African. The John Carneys.
Yeah, John Carney. Yeah, John Carney is huge.
So imagine John Carney being auditioned.
Dr. John Carney. Dr. John Carney.
Hey, you want to rewind? Dr. John Carney being auditioned by a rookie.
It would be disrespectful.
You know,
following some book like this.
No, he just said it. He just said it on his thing. He says he creates his own work.
Wow.
And he's artistic enough to know what needs to be done.
Yes.
When you should tell him the idea, he knows how to fit in.
Yes.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
You know, auditioning, to answer your question, is actually an insult to the art. Because if you know he's artistic enough for it, you just call the guy.
Yes.
I know this guy's good for the character.
Hey, but it must be stressful. Like, imagine you're working with a young director. Let's say you got the role already.
Oh.
Don't you feel like sometimes you are schooling those people?
Half the time, probably.
Yeah, it is. It really is depressing.
Yeah.
You find this young child, he or she has never done a thing, and she's coming with a theory from school.
Straight from Harvard.
Yeah, straight from and then
Does Harvard serve a school of arts? I don't know.
and then she wants you to do things his own anglicized man. You
Theory
know.
and reality.
Yeah, theory and you're like,
That's funny. Because now, tell me, Homicide, I think we wanted to know, is there a way you can give us as your entire cinematography?
Yeah, just a little bit. Just
From the theater one.
okay.
All the way to the Bad Bishop.
Shows,
It's quite a few.
This is a good 10 years now, no?
Yeah. I started there. That was my first show, the Zanendaba. It was called Zanendaba, the storytelling with Dr.
The Malawi one?
Yes, the Malawi one.
Yeah.
And then, then the breaking into television was through Izo.
Yes.
Izo,
I
yeah.
wanted you to come there.
Yeah, because I remember.
Should I let you finish the cinematography and then I'm going to start with the history?
Yeah, let me finish.
Give me all of them.
I remember one day I was just walking from theater and then comes this guy who was playing Spinach, Tulani Titi.
Yes.
Tulani Titi, yeah. And then he says to me, hey, Baba, there is a role there that we're struggling with. And then I suggested you. I'm like, no, man, who said I want TV? I hated TV, actually.
So you want the theater guy?
Yeah, I was more of a theater guy, and up until now. But I hated TV because of the limelight it brings you and the attention. You don't have your private life. Yes, that's the thing that I didn't like at all. I said, no, I don't want TV. I'm okay in theater. Because I was making enough money. I didn't have much expenses then.
Actually, theater is more reliable because it's continuous, right?
Yeah, no, but it does come to an end. Also, the show. I mean, the show would go on for maybe 8 weeks, and then it ends. And then, unless if it's booked somewhere, then it's gonna go perform all over. But normally, it would end there.
Is this me think of the Lion King? Because it doesn't end.
No, that's the Lion King. Yeah, Lion King is only one of the
most continuous.
Yeah, it's the most, because other than that, there is no more. And at first, there used to be Ipintombi, the King Kong. You studied King Kong, Ipintombi. Then now it's Bonage. It came Sarafina, and
And Bongani Gumede.
and then.
Tell me, on Yizo, you were baiting a guy there.
Yeah,
you were baiting. Do you know
but I was
baiting? What is
also
baiting?
I was also palazing myself.
What was that?
Yeah, that's the thing that we do. We Zulus we do. We have to say no insizwa again. Je uphuza umuntu phala.
It's more like detoxing. It's detoxing.
Yeah,
Detoxing.
it's the African way of detoxing, and then you take
Dangerous
a
guy.
spade.
Basement.
Yeah, and then,
Prop. I'm like, hey, I'm scared of this guy. Another Zulu. And then after Yizo.
after Izo, then I was also doing theater here and there, and but after Izo, the biggest
always in the
project.
middle of the picture.
Yeah, and there's this very interesting project that I worked on. It was about TRC, Truth and Reconciliation Commission.
Yeah.
It was years after it was done here in South Africa. But up until now, there are still unresolved cases.
For those who don't know, Truth and Reconciliation Commission was to rectify errors that happened in the past. So we identify who was doing what, so that we fix. If like, for example, during apartheid, if you killed a person, we're going to ask you who asked you to kill the guy, and then we're going to say, do you want to say sorry to the family, or do you want to be arrested? Well, that's not a yes or no, but that's the truth. You tell the truth.
If I remember very well, if my memory serves me well, no one was arrested for those things during those times. The atrocities the atrocities that black people went through, and so
It
we
was
had
a closure, ne?
yeah.
Can we call it closure?
No, I don't know if it did close.
lack of a better
anything.
word.
I don't know if it did close anything. But the interesting part is we had to relive those moments as actors.
During that commission.
Yeah, during that show. We actually
You mean
workshopped.
during the show you're working on?
Yes, because the show was talking about the truth and reconciliation. We're talking about those times. So that thing had happened like 5 years ago. So we had to bring it back and then portray it on stage. And we can't go mock the people's atrocities and all the problems.
You have to make it as real as possible.
Yes, we have to. Yes, and that's where the professionalism to you as an artist comes in, and then.
Wasn't that painful?
And these people
It was.
never got justice. Imagine.
Sorry.
They don't feel like they got justice, like even after the whole TRC thing.
No.
They feel
Nah,
like they never
even
got
today.
justice, yeah.
Even till
No.
today.
And then you have to go and relive it on stage,
Yeah.
and it's gonna. It was
And,
The people that are wronged are also watching it.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah. In fact, they use. Some of them used to come, and the painful part is that no one was ever.
Accountable.
Yeah. No one. Exactly.
Because the perpetrators, they were white, right?
Yes,
It's
and
about
none of them was taken to jail. None of them.
Accountable, yeah.
And they're still
No
living.
one gave a single right to us.
Yes.
Okay.
And people like there was a guy called what's his name? Forgotten his name, man. But he was the guy who was the leader of Askaris, and then going around picking people, killing them, taking. They would take a person's hand, put it on a price stand. We had a scene like that, and damn, it was such a terrifying thing. Yeah.
And then on that note, should we think around when you have a character like that is so close to home? Do you take it home? Like when you get home and then now you're behaving like that guy.
Yeah, well,
did you forget to exit?
no. Let
Did
me
take
tell
it
you.
home? When do you switch off?
Yeah. That's where I wanted to go as well. In that show, most of us, when we were performing it, because we took, like as I told you, we took 5 years workshopping this play. We would have it work in breaks. But as soon as we started performing, our first show was in Rwanda. We went to Kigali and Butare. Remember, do you know about Rwanda's genocides?
Yeah.
We went to watch that
Oh.
whilst doing this show.
Wait a minute.
We went, part of the project, we went to the museums where people were
the
killed.
museum.
Yeah, and then there were still
I
churches.
thought you said like
No.
you could see the bodies.
No, we couldn't. But there, if you go there, it's almost the same as you seeing the bodies because there are rooms with all the skeletons of the people that were killed, even the skins. And then there's a church where you'll find the benches are still exactly the same way when people were killed, and then being shot, and then in front there. They've got a skull of the priest who was there. Yes, there's a skull seated there on top of the table. And there are bones. This room is small. Skeletons.
A lot of people. Because those who don't know about Rwanda, there is a movie by Don Cheadle. It's called Rwanda, I think.
Hotel Rwanda, yeah.
Or similar, same.
Yes. It's talking about that time. And funny, when those people were killing that side in Rwanda, Tina, we were voting here. That's when we were voting for the first time.
We're at least free, Nyana.
I don't know.
Well, they were not even.
Yeah, because I remember
emancipated.
those pictures were horrible. I mean, you would pick up a newspaper back then.
Yeah.
Those were some horrible pictures.
1994, yeah. It was,
So you sound like a skeptical when I say we're free. We were free. We were thinking we're free.
Yeah, now you said it. We think we are free.
Are we not there yet?
They made us
No.
think we were free.
Okay,
Not
guys.
an inch, boy.
Okay, a simple thing, eh?
Not an inch.
If the year was 1652,
Yeah.
We are in 2024 now. What's the mathematics? How many years?
It took me hundreds and hundreds of years.
400 to the nearest, whatever. For me to walk this way, if I'm going to take 5 steps, to walk back is 5 steps. So we need another 400 years to undo this, right?
Yeah, that's how.
So we're actually in one pass one of freedom.
Yeah, but
and the clock is 24 hours long.
Yeah, but the unfortunate part is this happens to be our land. This happens to be our place, and which is.
I don't know, but that one we can even go on and on. So take me to after the Rwanda part. So now TRC. It was a docu, ne?
Yeah.
It was a docu. After that docu, what was the next on the cinematography?
Okay. I can't be doing justice if I don't tell this part.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
The fact that every evening when we finish playing this show, we'll find all of us as actors standing at the bar.
Depression, is this you?
Yes, we all wanna relieve ourselves from this.
Wow. So it was this deep.
Yeah.
That's a very well.
And some say the director was able to put us into character, but to rebuild these people in us, but he could not to take them out.
Which goes back to the previous question of when do you know how to exit? Yeah. Do you exit at the bar?
But it wasn't that much help because the following day you still having to do
my God.
And
so this is living with
so
you.
This was a play.
Yeah, it was a play.
But the emotions were real.
Yeah,
they have to make it real.
Because you can
You
see
have
some
to make
people
it
can
real.
cry on cue when they're acting, but I can just imagine that this was actually real. I mean, it was black people.
Yes.
Yo.
Yes.
Remember, they're experiencing the pain that was experienced in real life, and they have to reenact it.
Yeah, and to make matters worse, we were acting as translators.
Okay.
On this show. So meaning if your mom was stabbed, there was a scene where this woman got stabbed by these people all over her thighs and even her private part. And then now you as the translator, you have to translate what this person is saying. And you
I wouldn't want to do that.
You know when you're translating and you have to call the thing a thing, a spade a spade. You know what I'm saying?
What did you call it?
No.
A thing.
A thing. It was a thing, so I called it a thing.
Okay.
So and then we went over that. But then the worst trauma was when we had to go stay in America for almost a year, if not 9-10 months.
With the same show.
We are doing the same show, and then but we were touring. Yeah, it was a tour. We started in Michigan, Flint, and went on and on and on. It started in Dallas, Michigan, Flint, Colorado, whatever. So, but from there, when I came back this side, that's when I came across isiBaya.
Oh, yes.
What year are we on now?
So these are 20...
in some years before I had been doing the show with the TV movie with Jackie Chan.
Okay.
Jackie Chan?
Yeah.
Which one is this one?
Yes.
Oh, which one is this one?
It's the name of the movie is called Who Am I?
Oh, okay.
Who Am I?
Oh, yes.
Yes, we are
have
there.
that.
I think I've got a tape for it.
Yeah. So
who were you there?
I was going with Patrick Mufukeng. It was the two of us with a young boy.
When was shot in Joburg?
Some parts were shot here
In South Africa.
and on their way to Pretoria, and some of the scenes were shot in Cape Town.
Yeah, but it was shot local. So
No, it was shot all over the world. All over the
who
world.
were you in Who Am I?
We are the guys that find Jackie Chan just right in the beginning of the movie.
the thugs.
When no, not the thugs. After Agiti, he falls out of a helicopter. In the beginning, he falls in a helicopter and then sort of gets injured there, and then
This is one where he loses his mind, I think.
yes, he loses his mind. Yeah. Then that's why the movie is Who Am I? Because he was asking
doesn't understand
who
himself.
am I? And then we say Tina. Then Tina says, oh, who am I?
You give him a name.
Yeah, I get to Wema. I said, oh, Wema. And then we take him all
yes.
he stays.
I actually watched this. I can't quite remember it properly.
So
Watch this one.
And then after that, after whoever I was.
So no, but it was quite before. So all these things, other things happened. Yeah, come Izo, come the TRC. Then after the TRC, then I got isiBaya. Yeah. Then on isiBaya we worked very well up here. It was quite a challenge.
There is a guy
Iconic.
on isiBaya. Well, I hardly watched, but I saw a few things. There's a guy who believes the stereotype there. How do you deal with being typecasted? Let's say they assume that you're a villain all the time. Do you have a situation where you're at the mall and somebody slaps you because they want to solve the thing from the show? Like,
No,
let's talk typecasting.
Maybe, but it's different characters. So, for instance, let me take you from Rhythm City, where I was playing Oupa Dube, the guy who was very abusive, who had bullying pregnant, this girl pregnant, and stuff. Then they got a child.
So was that you?
Yeah.
I used to watch. Yeah, you broke my heart there.
Yeah, in those days, I would meet some woman.
Pulling is Stone's sister on Rhythm City, I think.
No. She's not a sister to anybody. Yeah, she was a school girl.
Got pregnant
From falling in love by Oupa Dube, and then it does it. But then
I could be getting it wrong, but I think I remember that. Yeah.
So from that typecasting, that was the worst part
Because at the mall they were gonna punch you.
I met a couple of women who would go like, yeah, what are you doing when umenza umntana bani? And then for me to survive, I'd have to at the mask. Fall off, and then go away.
But that's when you know you killed the role, right?
Yeah, it's
That's when
believable.
you
It's
killed the
believable.
role,
Yeah.
Well,
And that's your scene.
but I could see with these people, if this person I go like,
Because
so
they're gonna think now you're trying to be modest.
yeah, or to be apologetic about it, and then if I'm doing my work. So wait a minute.
But at what point do you okay, maybe in the public, yes, the public will always follow that. If the show is popular, they will always follow whatever character. But at the back office, from a typecasting perspective, is there a point where you'll be like, no, I don't want this character because I'm being typecasted here. I'm gonna be like the guy who owns a taxi rank, Zulu guy who owns a taxi rank. Do you get what I'm saying? You know.
The parts of being a villain, they follow me, yes, but they're not the same. They come in different ways. Like the one on Rhythm City, that guy was a teacher, was an educated man. It's just that he was, and Masimula, yeah, but Masimula is not even a Zulu guy. Actually, it's a Pedi guy. So, but I had to twist it for the Zulu. And then on isiBaya, although it was a Zulu guy, but it's someone else who belongs to the rich family, just that his head ticks the other way. Yeah.
But do you avoid those? Because my question would be, let's just say I'm giving you $1 billion to do a character you're not comfortable doing. Would you do it?
Yeah. For instance, it was
Money
during
and
my
art,
time.
no?
Yeah, it was during the times when I was drinking a little bit heavy.
Yeah.
Hey guys, don't drink too heavy.
Yeah. So, and then this guy in another show they were casting, and then he casted me for this drunkard man, and
You picked
it wasn't far-fetched, you know.
It was realistic. So you were rehearsing at the bar.
No, no, but I wouldn't. I didn't like the role.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't like the role.
But you just took it because.
Yeah, I
but
took
you
it because it was
you did the role.
I did the role, yeah.
And then
Because
did
of
you
the
have-
money.
In fact, not even once. I did it twice. I did it at the show here in theater here at the market, and he went and do the very same show, but directed by someone else, and did the same character in Durban this
Did you
time.
have to do
Because
it
now they're
drunk?
typecasting you now.
Now,
On the
yeah,
drunkard thing.
yeah, because
Did you have to go drunk on the set?
no,
Because you
I
said you were
don't.
drinking every time.
I
so
don't
you,
drink.
You acted it out.
No. Yes, I was acting out.
Oh,
I've never been on set being drunk. No,
Okay.
I don't do that. You can't.
Of course, you find some directors, so I don't know if it's the director or the producer, that they are tough, like that they will actually, if it's drugs, they will actually have you take that drug. I've seen that on the documentary.
Yeah, that is wrong though.
Also for pain, they will actually have you actually feel that pain so they can get something that's real. I think it's quite extreme.
that is wrong. That
Yeah,
it's
it's-
not done that way.
It's not
I
ethical.
also wouldn't want it to happen like that because now it kills the talent.
Yes.
Remember, the talent exists whether you're sober or drunk.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah, so you're
Like for
insulting
instance,
the talent.
Yeah.
for instance, in isiBaya, there are so many times where I would play a drunk man, but
Yes.
I'm not drunk. Instead, I'm papalast maybe.
And we see it and we believe it.
Yes,
We
and
see it on the screen, we believe, he's drunk, yo.
The art should allow you to act as anything that you can,
Yeah.
whether you're sober or not.
Exactly.
You know, but it preferably, like anyone at work, when you go to work, like when you go to work, when you sit at the desk there, when you're punching on an Excel spreadsheet, are you drunk?
You see,
It's
So,
work.
yeah.
It's work, you know. Oh, but there are people who go to work drunk. DJs, hey, yeah, those ones they drink.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, those
You're a DJ.
Maratiri, I was just talking about. You know, let's continue with this.
Yeah.
And then so on isiBaya now, we are talking.
isiBaya
Were
was
you in
like-
between, or is this a previous role now, or the one of typecasting? On isiBaya, do you think you're typecasted
On isiBaya.
or
No. It wasn't typecasting. It wasn't typecasting, but it's just that the storyline had to go the way it was going. So we were also given a right to contribute
to go with the flow?
Yeah, to go with the flow, and we had lots of sitting down. Me, Peggy Mkwane, and Siyabonga Twala, who was playing Zungu. Peggy Mkwane is the guy, my brother with the hat. We would have spend more times after work sitting together and discussing, as in 2 years, how to oil this engine.
So there was a lot
Yeah.
of improv.
Yes, and but there was a lot of coaching amongst one another within us.
Which also answers the question you asked earlier on the one who can't act, and then to say,
So, but is that
bring them.
important, like for you to like hang out with the crew, like after work? Let's say you just started a project today. Is it important for you to gel together outside of the production?
I
While
found
during
it.
filming?
Yes, I found it working for us because we would sit together and clarify things. So no, so and so, this character can't do this because he's like this. This character can't do this. Highlighting the important points for that particular character, and then you have to come out and portray that.
That's what you piss off the new directors now. 'Cause
Yeah,
some will take it like
whenever
that.
there's a new director, I'm sure they won't like that process.
Yeah, because if
when
it's a
they
good director,
employ a new
yes,
person-
if it's a good director, they will know. These guys know what they're talking about, and they will agree to the points.
How do you deal with when they change directors? Because a new person with a different school of thought, and then you guys have got this other
Much more
vision.
cool now, yeah.
No, but the thing is, if I can make you an example with isiBaya, on isiBaya all the leads, we already knew our stories. So if the director comes, instead of us listening to him more, they would like to hear from us. How do you say this?
That's nice.
To an extent that if the scene is not working, we would change it and make it
tweak
work.
it.
Yeah, we tweak
How
it here and
you've
there.
got a term that we use on air when you're winging it. How do you wing it? You can wing it.
Wing it.
Yeah, no, we must find the core of the story and what is it that is said, what is the mission of that.
In fact, talking about typecasting as we exit typecasting, you have got an example of typecasting homicide. Give us the most typecasted character in Hollywood.
There's a guy, man. There's a Mexican guy. He's called Hector in every movie. Like, let's say it's a black movie or whether it's white people, but when they pick a Mexican, it's always this one guy called Hector.
Oh, I see the character.
From the Fast and Furious, even up to this year,
always
they've
actor.
done like 2 movies.
From what's this?
Yeah.
Where he shoots with the guitars.
This is
Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Yes, Once Upon a Time, and there's also another one with one.
Antonio Banderas.
Yes,
and,
yes,
William
Antonio.
Antoine as well.
He's there. That guy. Desperado. Yes, Desperado.
It's Hector.
Yes.
Hector in every movie, bro. Like for like 20 years now.
Yeah.
Was he there on? It's always half the time. It's always the blacks and the whites.
Yeah.
And then there's
He
a
just
Puerto
does
Rican
cameo
or
in-
Mexican.
The cameo
Yeah.
is Hector. Yeah.
Yes. The
I think
cameo.
Hector has been typecasted 9 times as Hector by different productions. Yeah. And he says he doesn't reject.
Is it?
Yeah,
When they look for Hector, they know what to look for.
Uria is this guy. He's our Hector. This
Yeah,
one.
but don't forget the American movies, they pay good time.
Yeah, they
So
pay
there's
good
no way you were to argue with those producers.
Even if it's just like a cameo, you get big money.
As Hector just to kill the steering.
Yeah.
Hey, what
You
is
just
the
come at
story?
the end. You've got 2 calls. You'll come at the end. Go home.
So there's a term we always use, Chuck Norris is a steering.
Yeah.
Let's explain this term. What is a steering? Steering is what?
It's a star
the star.
of
It's the
the
boss.
show.
Sometimes
Yeah.
before you would watch maybe a Rambo movie, and
Ram-
then when the credits roll, it will say steering, and then his name is going to come down there.
The first guy.
Yeah, so that's the steering. That's
But everyone is steering.
of course, people just coined it just like a eKasi thing.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, because only Chuck Norris can be steering there.
Yeah.
And then on isiBaya, you were not a steering. You were just. What significance on the role part of isiBaya?
We were leads. It's
You were
just that
leads.
we were going with numbers. Yeah, we were
Okay,
leads.
leads can be AKA steering.
Yeah.
Multiple steerings.
Or you have your own storyline that is processing, that is going on that time. Like for instance, I remember there was a time when my brother was in prison. So almost that whole season I was pulling things alone. I was the one running the family, looking at my brother's
You were
wife,
a temporary steering.
wanting to get closer to her.
One row.
That's why you know a show is strong. Like if you can have like different storylines in one show. Even some other TV series, you'll find that from one show ends and then they have a spin-off.
Yes.
From just this interesting character, and then they have their own show altogether.
Yeah.
So that's why you know a show is strong when you have like different
Definitely.
leads. Yeah.
And then on that note, maybe let's jive or jump into the Bad Bishop.
Bad Bishop.
Yes.
What's that? What's going on? Are we watching it?
so
Maybe
that's
let's hear
why-
it from the horse's mouth.
We watched it. We
That one, I'm very scared when I'm watching the whole full production, the edited part of it. Ogoti,
Controversial.
the Pushiris
Yeah.
and the
The Omotosos.
the Omotosos and the Lukaos.
Mboro Mbomboro.
Uti, how are they gonna receive that? But what I like about it, it's an eye opener,
Of course.
to the South Africans, and more especially our mummies and sisters. They like to go there. Hey, Papa.
their lives
For
are
instance,
going.
I know another lady in Soweto. That woman can kill you if you talk bad about Pushi.
Yeah, I know. If
A bunch.
Yeah.
A bunch.
But you ask but you've seen all the bad things this person is doing. But
Literally
you
in
say,
front of your face.
Yes, and then they say no ways. This is.
Don't you think
Papa.
they're hypnotized? I think there's some chemical they're using.
Well, we want to know. Maybe.
they're idolizing this.
Hypnosis.
I mean, now I'm not scared of this movie. I like the movie. I'm not even scared of the backlash or any controversy because these things have been in the papers. They've been in the news. They've been everywhere. So what's a movie talking about that?
So, for example, how do you say a child who has been born when you're starting to work and you're generating revenue that is under your what? Pension fund?
Yeah.
And then he becomes your father and then he takes that pension fund that you
And
started
gives
working
it.
for before he was born. How would you think that is right?
Yeah, no way. No way.
How? Why would you fall for that?
Yeah, no way.
And then I think maybe for me, what I've picked up here, it's more education.
Yeah.
It's education.
I mean, yeah.
More often than not, we don't have this type of education because people have been lied to. Today, somebody can just WhatsApp you now and tell you, yeah, you're going to have $1 million in your account.
No, on Wednesday evening, someone is calling me to tell me your phone. Is this your number? They snapshot for me. When they snapshot, only to find my account has been hacked.
What?
They write that I've paid 5,000 last week, and then today I've just received 55,000 rand. And then people started phoning me, hey, really? I tell them, no, that account has been hacked. So I ended up deleting it.
Because they would think it's believable because they would know you're part of it.
They do it with everybody, all.
In fact, nowadays, Homicide, I think we had this podcast prior, I think it was AI related, artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
Nowadays, they've got a way that, you see, the way we're sitting now, this is a real interview.
Yeah.
This is real. If you want to test this, I'm going to say, hey, this one, So, but somebody can take this footage somewhere and make us speak in other voices.
Yes, called a deep fake, isn't it?
Deep fake AI. We've seen it. I've seen the popular one now is of Elon Musk, somewhere on YouTube.
Even the president. The president is selling forex on Facebook. There's a video of him saying, "Yeah, buy forex."
Imagine.
Like but it's not him, but you see it's him, but it's like a deep fake from this AI technology that they have right now.
Yeah, because people have been hoodwinked to do a lot of things, especially even in churches. It's good that there's education here on this, which is there any spoiler alert to miss on this?
But there's another thing that we're doing with this production. Since we've started here in Venda, the producers have come up with an idea of us having workshops, which is also helping the community, helping the young ones that still want to be on the. And
earlier on, you were doing one.
Yes,
when I walked
exactly
into
what I'm doing there, the workshops for drama, to give them the direction as into, and it's also going to give them the opportunities, like when they're doing another movie, they bring them in. They have,
by the way, this
is assisting the community. That is bringing back to the community.
Actually, this is free. Something that people pay for somewhere else.
Yes, they're getting it for free, you know. And
that's important, though.
Yes, it is.
Very important.
I call it plow back.
Plowing back to the community.
Plowing back to the community.
Because nobody's telling these stories, man. Nobody's educating more people.
No one cares anymore. Nowadays, people believe there's a new theme called the new lie.
Okay.
So people believe in true lies. Now the lie becomes the truth. You know, like for Munikero, for example. I mean, that's why I don't want to spoil the movie. I think after this podcast, we're gonna do the 2-minute trailer.
Okay.
Then they can decide, and because they can always watch it wherever that the team will go to. I think you're gonna tour, ne?
Yeah.
You're gonna tour. I don't know where the next town is. You're gonna tour, and then after that, I think is it gonna go online? Are we gonna have it somewhere online?
It should be nice if it's on streaming platforms after.
I don't know.
Yeah, but
was this a premature question?
Yes, I would really say so, because this thing of the streaming is really killing the industry, the movie industry. Yeah, because people now no longer interested in going to the cinemas. You know,
like old school.
Yeah.
I was so excited when I saw the popcorn.
That's the point.
As we were walking into the cinema, we get popcorn. I was like, oh, I feel like a child now.
Exactly, yeah. And you sit down and enjoy, go to the theaters.
The difference that I didn't have a girlfriend.
These streaming platforms, they are coining it since COVID.
They are
coining it. Nobody wants to go to watch a movie.
It kind of like killed the market.
Watch it online now.
I was saying
it's important.
I felt like a teenager, but I didn't have a girlfriend because I was with you. So I only had tickets for 2 people.
This guy.
So I was like, wow. In the cinema. I'm on a date with this guy.
You'd rather have me than a girlfriend coming to watch a movie.
I was like, now because of this guy. Why don't you bring your chick? I mean, I was like,
this guy.
Because I mean, back in the day, it was romantic to go to the cinema, like on a date type of vibe. Today we no longer see that because I think people are doing dates in the house, streaming.
There's too much technology in the house. What would you want to live?
And there's also this visual communication. So
it's digital.
Visual programming.
I don't know. For me, I still like the theater. Like now, this it's showing now. Ne?
Yeah. The
If
movie.
you're hearing any noise in the background, it's this showing. Yeah,
It was a great experience. I also enjoyed it. I don't know how long I've been to a movie.
I really enjoyed it. And then Homicide, usually when we have such encounters of movies on our show, we do rate them on Nippycast. So I don't want you to rate it here.
Okay.
Because we might be punched here. If you say bad rating.
No, but
I'm kidding.
Honestly, without giving a review or a 10 out of 10 of anything, I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. As funny as it was also educational.
It was.
That education right there is currency. Education is currency, I'm telling you right now.
Yes.
I enjoyed those characters, especially the guy with the Versace shirts. Yo, I love that guy.
Hey, he's such a character.
I love that guy. I couldn't stop.
This one?
Yeah, the one where the picture there we was with the...
Okay.
That
Caesar.
character
The one who framed and tried to start his own things.
And also
Yeah,
just,
Caesar.
the whole gang, man. Just the whole gang, you guys plotting and do the movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really think people need to see this movie. It's important for us as a people because people are getting robbed out there.
There's one part where now you realize this is a robber. When they said reference, Baba, what should you say reference? Say God. Spoiler alert.
That was funny, right?
What? God.
Yeah, there's a reference there.
Yeah.
No, there was. I haven't seen a picture like this in a long time. Even also just the photography of things, man. There's the picture of the, I don't know if it's the drone footage of the townships near
Yeah.
the mountain.
Drone,
That was
yeah.
beautiful.
The bird's eye view.
Even the camera angles. The what do you call them, extras? The people in the church?
Yeah,
Are they
yeah.
called extras in
Yes.
your world?
Yeah.
No. In the case of this context, is zombies.
They're called background artists.
Background artists.
Yeah, background
If I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. I would watch it again, and I would repeat with all our viewers out there, please. If it's coming to a town near you, go out and watch this movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the bad bishop. The point of the bad
bad
bishop is
bishop.
to teach you not to be hoodwinked by fake prophets. By the way, there is real prophets. Because nowadays there's a lot of fake ones.
But that's the problem. They are very scarce, and you don't know.
In fact, I believe with the real ones, they won't come to you. They won't come and ask for anything.
Yeah. Or call you and
Say deposit.
Yeah, because think about it, pastors, bishops, all these people. Are they not like working for the community?
They're supposed to be. They're being called. It's a calling, right?
Yeah,
So
but
how
nowadays they work
then
for
do you
themselves,
charge
for their
your community
pocket.
for helping them?
That's the
Come on.
thing.
They're
Doesn't make
milking.
sense.
They're milking society.
Yeah. So
And that's why we call them bad bishops.
Bad bishops. Also, you see when it started, the logo is not written like this. There was like a cross there.
No, I like that one. I see it.
There was proper too. That was proper. So everything was well done in this movie, man.
I like it.
yeah, I've been working there with Prajo, the director. Wow, it was fantastic. Yeah.
It would be nice if this
He's a kind of a director that would sit you down and like to get from your side first.
Okay.
What do you think? How do you see this? And then give you a chance to explore on it.
It would be
Which
nice.
goes back to that other question of on the isiBaya part where you open.
Yes,
Open office.
Yes.
Open office. One of
Exactly.
those, right?
Yeah.
Don't you think
Which
it would
is
be
good.
Don't you think it would be nice if something like this was like a TV series?
I don't know.
Don't you think? What do
Where
you
is the
think?
boss?
I'm not saying this one. I'm just saying, like, don't you think it would be proper, like, primetime TV when Generations is on, or when everybody's watching their favorite soap?
Yeah.
If we had a show like this to educate our people, because believe me, those shows are truly educational.
Yes, no, that's
Like
why I'm saying.
primetime TV.
Where's the boss? Like, ask him. I think maybe this should be his right.
It
Because
should
I
be,
bet
man.
remember, these people. Every day this is happening. Even now as we speak, it's Sunday today, right? As we're shooting this, it's Sunday.
They're being ripped off.
Somebody's been trapped. Somebody's been trapped. Somebody probably got paid this month and even worse. The pastors are
Taking-
busy now saying, the
10.
Chafumi.
Oweshumi.
Chafumi, you know. So he's right. We probably need more of this. We probably need more of this.
Exactly.
I don't know. Did I run out of battery? Okay.
maybe you can continue.
You can be asking him.
All right.
You can be
So on a project, on a project like this,
Okay,
it's a locally sourced,
Should we continue?
Yes.
Okay, sure.
On a project like this, it's a locally produced movie, local actors, everything. What are the challenges that you as an actor faced in the whole production? Maybe there was the strain from the production team coming down on you, also during the whole touring stuff. Like, because I know there are people watching out there who want to be actors as well, and maybe just give them a little bit of insight on the challenges you face on a production like this one.
Well, the challenges are everyday challenges in a movie. Maybe artist to the producer. The producer wants the work done in a certain time, and then it's not happening, and the producer starts going mad now in front of everyone, or the director the producer putting pressure on the director also putting pressure on actors, those things. But we didn't experiment with such,
That could be
it's just that we shot, I think it's a week more than scheduled.
That could be frustrating, I can imagine, because in the creative space, the most thing that you have to rely on is your brain. And if it's stressed, you're not going to produce.
That's the thing.
And how long was the whole thing to wrap up the movie, the whole production time? The timeline was like a year or months, or how long was this?
2 months.
2 months? What?
2 months.
And so much
2
work.
months?
Yeah.
I can imagine. I was talking to Katwe earlier, when was this, on Friday? I was telling her scenarios of what service providers and whatever, catering, whatever. Yeah, these guys were working hard. It sucks when people take these things for granted, when people work hard for these things. Do you get what I'm saying?
Space of time.
It's so funny. And then when you guys make it, they're going to say you have a snake.
But don't forget, out of that 2 months, there's also a time for pre-production things. Yeah, there's a lot. People sweat for this. At the end. So it's not just the...
And it's fascinating.
You were actually in the townships. Was it like a set or anything? You were actually in an actual tavern?
We had our locations where we would find maybe a space like this, and we decide to use it, and we call it furnishing it, and then make it suit. But places like church, which is where the bishops are found, we use normal churches. And then
that looks like a normal
and
church.
we had quite a number of background extras to come and play the Christian.
Zombies. I saw them. They're like,
Yes, prophesy, Papa.
And then when the bishop is busy, there's always the gang. They're there, like they're happy. They also
I think they're like a hype man. They're like
hyping him up there. Collecting the money.
It's gonna be a great
More especially
year.
his younger brother.
Yeah.
His brother.
You guys have to watch this. This is a nice one. Obviously, you're saying it should happen every week at a public level. Yeah, you're right, man. People should be educated about being hoodwinked by false prophets and false priests, false bishops. There is real bishops and there's also false ones. Just be cognizant of those. And I think that's the bottom line of the bad bishop. This was Nippycast. Anything in parting shots, Mr. Bongani Gumede?
Not much, except that if you look at the production, the time bomb, there is still quite a number of things that the producers are planning for the public. There is quite a number of things.
Nice
in teaching. It does not only end with workshops. There's still going to be some parting of skills, giving people like a platform to make their own movie.
It sounds like it's an academic thing.
Yes. It's not just watching Pet Bishop and it's
intellect beyond film.
Yes,
right.
So they.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Yeah.
No, okay, cool. On my side, you on your side. What else you want to add?
Good. I would just like to thank you. It was. I think we've never had such a great interview. We've never had a legend amongst our midst. It's like the first time, so I would just like to thank you for affording us this opportunity, and hopefully we can have plenty more in the future.
Thank you, good.
I also really appreciate this. Thanks for giving us time to do this one. Otherwise, my name is DJ Nipro.
And I'm
Bongani Gumede. We are not the bad bishops.
Bye.
Hola.
So,
Thank you, sir.
sharp gents.
That's a great one.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you. Thanks.
That was it.
Hey, yeah.
There are only two ways to be rich. Either you become a politician, be a preacher, be openly bad, or pretend to be good.
Yeah, man, why is it for the name na le daibeng ya hore le ka ira eng kapa eng hore le survive?
This racket can kill your cancer.
Kanya kang ki nice life nje.
Bana o defender ba ruti ba lo gore bana ka batho ke tshwara la fela.
Are thome kreke.
Because God, Jesus said, once I feel the angels amongst us, I must tell his people that this will be a great year.
By the time Kai Gumede turned 26, he was making over 300,000 on any given Sunday from his church service.
I wanna hear. This is heaven. And then now, I'm God.
The kid is so good. So good. I see man. I see miracle man.
Why are you sacrificing with basis? I'm gonna kill this one.
My erectile is not dysfunctional.
Let's use our president, for example.
Are you over 10,000 kilometers away from South Africa?
Conspiracy theorists.
I can open the door for you to join the Illuminati.
Winning everyone.
Nippycast.